Good morning, friends, and welcome. It's a joy to greet you today. It's just about Swamiji's birthday, so I thought I would focus the class today on the healing power of sound and music. So let's start with the prayer together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Guru Preceptors, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Master Paramhansa Yoganandaji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. We ask thy blessings on this satsang. May we feel thy presence in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls. We have come to commune with thee. Bless our efforts today and always. Om Shanti Shanti. Let's hear a song now, written by Swami Kriyanandaji, and then we have an brief excerpt from a video of Swamiji talking about music. Welcome again, everybody.
Life is a dream, time like a stream, carries our burdens away. Never despair, joys everywhere, love can befriend you today. Free from all care, like birds on the air, soar above griefs and worries, seek joy and be gay. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions defy. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar, it can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh.
Life is a dream, time like a stream, carries our burdens away. Never despair, joys everywhere, love can befriend you today. Free from all care, like birds on the air, soar above griefs and worries, seek joy and be gay. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions defy. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar, it can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh. Love is a star, though shining afar, it can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh.
Would you come to a party we're having tonight? You could sing for us. So I went there. What did I sing? Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. I couldn't think of anything else. But the next day I was driving home, and it occurred to me, what a wonderful way to share with people. And then it occurred again, but what could I sing? I want to sing something that I mean. I know I was doing a recording one time in a studio in San Francisco, and some man had come to the recording engineer and shown him a song, and the recording engineer said, "Oh, I know just the person to record it," and he mentioned me. And so he wanted me to be there when this man came and hear the song. Well, I said, "Listen, it's a nice song, I've nothing against it, but it doesn't say what I want to say. It doesn't correspond to my beliefs, and I wouldn't want to sing it because it's not against what I believe, but I just don't feel to." So he went home and tried to write a song that was in keeping with my beliefs. San Francisco, city of Vishnu. No, my beliefs are not Vishnu and Shiva. My beliefs are something that uplifts the soul. Call it God, call it anything you like. But that which uplifts the soul in this music wasn't uplifting. But that's what I wanted to do. And as I was driving along, suddenly this song came to me. And it was so nice. I was really inspired by this. And I stopped at a milkshake stand and wrote it down on a piece of paper. And my brother had left his guitar, Martin guitar, at my parents' home. So I took up that and went and bought a book on learning how to play the guitar. And I managed to struggle through a few chords. And believe it or not, within a month, somebody asked if I wouldn't give a concert. Well, it was the craziest thing I could possibly imagine. You don't learn a guitar in a month. And yet I thought, well, at least it'll force me to practice. So I said, okay. And so there I was. Well, the worst of it was, first of all, there were 200 people. Secondly, they wanted to create atmosphere. Thirdly, their way of creating atmosphere was to turn off all the lights and have one candle burning on the mantelpiece behind me. Well, if there's one thing I needed to see, it was those chords. Anyway, it went well, and everybody liked it. I told stories, and I sang songs with or without decent chords. And somebody later, afterwards, said to me, "I'm at San Francisco State, I'm majoring in music, and there's some interesting chords you had there." I said, "Yeah, thank you." He walked off muttering, "Yes, unusual." But nonetheless, this launched my career as a composer. And I found over a period of time that music says it too. That the language is not just words. The language is not just ideas. Music, feelings, love.
So wonderful to hear Swamiji. And as you probably know, he's written 400 pieces of music that are all very, very beautiful. And I was there many times when he would write them, and he would have a recorder in those days. He would sometimes whistle the tune into the recorder, and then he would play that for you, and you would go, "That's interesting," but you couldn't really figure out how the song was going to be. Then he would have someone to compose, the music for it, and then we would sing it, and it just would come out so beautiful. But there was an era in Ananda's time of music when Swamiji was composing a lot of music all the time. One day he composed 30 songs in one day. And then he would be so thrilled. He would say, "Now come sing this song with me, and get the guitar out, get the harmonium, and let's play it on the piano." And it was just, he was trying to open our hearts. It was very clear that Ananda needs music to be balanced, to be open, to be more receptive, to be able to contact God, to have an experience of God. And what a blessing that in this lifetime that we have gained the blessing of Swamiji's music. Just think if we didn't have that music, if we didn't have Master's chants, Swamiji's chants, it would be a very dry path, but it's a path full of joy because we have those. So I'd like to speak today about that. And I wanted to start with a couple of quotes from Master on music. He said, "Sound is the most powerful force in the universe, and music is a divine art to be used as a pathway to God. And of all healing types, vibratory healing is of the greatest importance. Scientifically understood and applied, vibratory healing through chanting and affirmations has the effect of sending a volley of energy down through the nervous system, healing diseased tissues of the body, mind, and soul." And then from studies I looked up on the internet on music, one said, "To keep your brain engaged throughout the aging process, listening to and playing music is a great tool. It provides a total brain workout. Research has shown that listening to music, the right kind of music, can reduce anxiety, blood pressure, and pain, as well as improve sleep quality, moods, mental alertness, and memory. And finally, playing a musical instrument is the brain equivalent of a full body workout." That's great, isn't it? Unlike other brain training activities like chess, playing an instrument recruits almost every part of the brain, including regions that process vision, sound, movement, and memory. So how wonderful. When we think of music, I think of the deepest sound there is in the whole universe. I was listening this morning as I was meditating to the Om. Some of you have the Om technique and some maybe don't, but just closing your ears and listening to the inner sound is so wonderful. That's the deepest sound in the universe. Everything is created from Om. And that sound is in everything, and it's within us, and we can go to it and listen to it anytime. So the music we want to listen to should be in attunement with that sound, with that vibration. And Master and Swamiji gave us music that attunes to Om, to that vibration. And that's why when we sing it and when we play it, we feel uplifted, we feel purified, we feel healed, we feel inspired, we get in a super conscious, go to a super conscious level. And this is one topic that's very dear to my heart because I love music. From beginning, I think the early ages I would sing, and maybe I wasn't singing well, but I was singing all the time. And then I started playing instruments. I played violin, I played cello. Then when I came to Ananda, just before I came to Ananda, I was doing meditation, transcendental meditation, then Buddhist chanting, but it just didn't open my heart until I came to Master, and he had chants, and he said, chanting's half the battle, and you can chant by yourself. Chant meaning chant, play the instrument, and sing along. And I was won over by that because it opened up my heart and devotion, and I was able to meditate much more deeply. Then when I came to India, I started playing other instruments. Because I had seen Swami Kriyanandaji playing tanpura, but I didn't really, I didn't know much about that instrument. But when I came to India and I started playing that, and I just got another one, a big one. I just love it. Just gets right deep into your soul. And I realized when I came to India and I started playing that those were the strings I was always looking for when I was playing the violin, I was playing the cello. And those were good instruments, but when I heard and started playing the tanpura, I said, these were the strings I was always looking for. So now play tanpur. I have in my meditation room a gong and harmonium, of course, and kirtals, and I'll show you some instruments at near the end of the program, a satsang. But why do we play those instruments and why do we sing? Because it takes us to a state of awareness of God within us, that wonderful sound of Om that's within us. And when we look at why did Master say chanting's half the battle, he would get there. I mean, before his talks, or I don't know if it was always before, but he brought out a harmonium, and people said, no, Americans, when he was in America, Americans won't want to play, won't want to sing. And he said, I'll just watch. And he had people up singing. You know, he had people singing God, Oh God, Beautiful for a whole hour and a half, singing that chant over and over and over. And so what does chanting do? It dissolves the worries, it dissolves the tension. Singing as well. We have all these wonderful songs that we sing. You just heard one now. I've been in many of the Ananda choirs in Europe and America, chanting in the churches, chanting in Europe. We chant on the sidewalk, chant in front of the churches, chant in the park, sing rather. And people were drawn because that vibration is a vibration of light that's just going out and blessing. And so why do we chant? Why do we sing? Why is chanting half the battle? Because it takes you away from tensions, away from worries, away from a restless mind, away from emotions, and it takes you right into your soul. And we look at Master's chants. What do they really do? I mean, he said he chanted those chants over and over and over until he had a divine response. He had a response from God. Then he gave those chants to the world. He gave that vibration to the world. He said, you chant this and you can feel what I felt when I had that response from the divine. And so Master's chants, I mean, there are a lot of chants out there, but his are very powerful. Swamiji said that his chants and his music, he said it clearly, they're attuned to the vibration of Om. And so when we sing those and when we chant them, we feel that vibration inside of ourselves. And now I want to tell you what Swami Kriyanandaji said about the different instruments. I'll tell you what he said that they do. Many of them are attuned to the chakras. And he said specifically the violin, the sitar, bells, tanpura, and flute dissolve stress, mental problems, and soothe the brain. And the Indian drum and tabla, of course, is one of the drums, that they break up the karma, the blockages, attachments in the spine. When Dr. Lewis was with Master would have, I think it was Durga Maya, he had her on a big drum, playing that drum, and Dr. Lewis, he didn't like it. Master said, get into it, doctor, it breaks up the karma in the spine. And so in our kirtans, we have drum, we have cymbals, sometimes we have flute, we have harmonium, maybe sometimes we might have a violin, but all these instruments, they relate to the chakras, and they help to open the doors of the chakras and lift the energy up to the seat of superconsciousness. I want to show you a couple of the instruments now. This one first is easy. Anyone can play. And I'll be doing a music workshop, by the way, in Chandigarh in a couple of weeks. You can get in touch with them if you like to join online. But this is all for the heart, the bells. The best that you can get that I've seen are the Zildjian ones. You can get them online. These are good too, but Zildjian, it depends on the metals. And if you get just the right cymbals, that's very opening for the heart and very uplifting. I play the cymbals all the time, kirtals. And here's a flute. We found a flute. I'm down here in Pune, as you can see probably. I don't play the flute, but a lot of our Guru Bhais do. And in kirtan, it just sounds so wonderful. Krishna's flute, that sound is one of the sounds of the chakras. And here's the tanpura. This is the small one that Basically, it's 4 strings. You can learn how to play this on from YouTube, really. And what does it sound like? It sounds like the Om sound. And it's a very deep sound. And you can chant Om, you can chant various ones of Swamiji's songs that are very deep. I Have a Love Who's Far Away, Mother of Us All, Through Many Lives. You can just go into another realm with those songs, with the tanpura. They're not very expensive and it's very easy to play. So I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm not musical, I can't play, but this one, basically anybody could play. And then here's a gong. Now this is a big gong. You can get different sizes. Yeah, I won't be able to play it for you today, but wow. The gong just opens you right up. Master would play the gong, particularly at New Year's, just at the strike of 12 o'clock. And they said they would hear it many, many, many miles away. Master striking the gong. And the gong, when I feel like I'm just kind of, my meditation isn't going so well, I'm feeling a little bit down or sleepy or whatever, you get the gong and you start hitting that gong and you wake up fast. The whole spine just wakes right up. Now I'm telling you these things because they'll help your meditation and your sadhana will deepen. When I went the other day and got the large tanpura, I wasn't planning to get it that day, but I just couldn't resist. And I brought that home, I got it tuned, and I sat on the floor and I started playing that, and I started singing some of Swamiji's songs with that in the background. I just couldn't believe the vibration and where it took me. And I was there for a long time. So it's not like, oh, I like the flute, I don't like the bells. These are instruments. These are a way to increase your sadhana, to accelerate your spiritual progress, to open your heart. When we went to Italy to serve there, Swamiji said, all here so that you could open your hearts. And I thought, he's not talking to me, my heart's open. 7 years chanting in Italy, I came back with a wide open heart. And also, I've told you this before, but we didn't meditate too much. We chanted a lot more than meditation, it seemed, because everybody was new to meditation. And I went to Swamiji, I said, we never meditated, all we do is chant. And he said, you need to chant. And I would say probably the same to all of you, you need to chant. And so why am I showing these instruments? I showed the harmonium so that you can get one of them or get the recordings. If you just can't get it, you can see the harmonium here. This is Nayaswami Aditya's helping me here. Harmonium is not hard to play either, really, and you can learn. It's easy these days. You can learn so much on YouTube. And then we have one more instrument. Whoa, this is a wonderful instrument. I can play this too. I won't play it today, but I only say I can play this so that you know you can play it, because these are hard instruments, and you can get a teacher if you want. The day after practically that I got that tanpura, Master sent me a teacher. I was so moved because I really wanted to play. And then I was in a class, maybe this Gurubai is watching, but I saw this, there was like 50 people on the screen, and I saw one man had a tanpura behind him. I said, he's got a tanpura. I don't even know how to hold the thing properly. And so I had a class with him just the same day, how to hold, how to play it, how to tune it. Master will help you. If you really want to go into chanting as half the battle, get an instrument. If you can't do that, listen and chant along before you meditate, after you meditate. If you're falling asleep during the meditation, take Swamiji's songs with you in the car, play them. I've gotten into people's cars, they were playing something else and it wasn't good. I said, I know you're not listening. No, Dhyana, I'm not listening to that. I never listen. I said, well, it's on. You can't say you're not listening, it's on. And so be careful with the music, because the music is so it brings the experience of God. And I've sung just about every one of those 400 pieces of music. Swamiji wanted people to get in a choir. Do you sing? Can you get in a choir? Here, sing this song. And then the chants, okay, let's get everybody together. Let's sing it. Now I kept wondering, why does he want to sing so much? He didn't want to sing. We need to sing. So he gave a gift. Here is all the music. I mean, for one person to write that many pieces, you know, it's not for him. It's for the world. It's for us as devotees and disciples to be able to go deeper in our sadhana, accelerate our spiritual growth, and find God. And so these are things to do as you go forward now is don't take it lightly. Start singing, start playing an instrument. If you can do both, play and sing together, wow, that's fantastic. And just make sure the voice matches the sound of the instrument. Sometimes you can get off with that, but there are lots of good teachers around too. Also through Anand, I was so happy to hear the Gurgaon members, 8 of them just learned the harmonium. That's important. They had a class 4 weeks in a row and they learned how to play. I just know that pleases Divine Mother. Learning how to chant to God is very important in one's life. And I know some people didn't chant well before. They chant beautifully now. They sing beautifully. Your voice will improve. It'll get beautiful as you sing to God. Otherwise, you're just talking and arguing and fussing and fighting all day with people. Your voice is not going to sound good. And I hear people's voice. That's not a good voice. You start singing to God, talking to God, opening yourself up. Your voice becomes so sweet. Not just the voice. You become so sweet. And then when you become sweet, Divine Mother can't resist you anymore. God bless you. And I'll ask Nitendra to come on the screen now. We have a couple of questions.
Thank you so much, Dhyanaji. The first question, Dhyanaji, we have is, I don't have a good voice, but still I would want to sing. So how can I learn?
Well, go to the kirtans, for one. Sing soft, but go to the kirtans and practice at home. You can go on YouTube and get somebody to, you can get a class how to sing. Sing the chants by yourself until you work up to it sounding better, and get somebody who can tell you if your sound is matching the notes, either that you're singing to or you're playing. That's important. Some people are just tone deaf. They don't hear anything. But Nitendra, you play well. You have a good voice and you're playing the harmonium quite well. At first it wasn't, isn't it so? But now you're doing wonderfully. And I know a lot of people who thought, I can't sing, I can't play an instrument, but they're just outstanding now, really. So get somebody to help you get started, to make sure you're on the note. And there's so many things on the phone you can get. Are you in tune with the note? You can tune your instrument with the phone tuner and everything. And so don't say no, is what I'm trying to say. No, I can't do it. No, I don't have a voice. No, I can't play an instrument. No, why would Master say it's half the battle? And you say, no, I don't want to have the battle. I'll do my whole battle by myself, So, and I think Master will help you. So, and get to your center. They always have different harmonium classes, don't they? How to play. And we have a lot of good musicians around, and just give it some energy. Am I telling you, when that teacher, when I met that teacher online 2 days, 1 day after I got that tanpura, I just said, Master wants me to chant. He wants you to chant, so let him help you. Yeah?
Thank you so much, Dhyanaji. We have a live question. Is a chant different from a song?
Yeah, a chant is repetitive. You sing the same words over and over. Come kind of like a mantra even. You're singing the same words repeatedly that go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the core of your being. A song and a chant is typically for that reason, to be able to go into meditation. It takes you deep. It's not, some songs can be more light. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. I mean, that's a very uplifting kind of a song. I'm not going to necessarily feel like I want to meditate right after that, maybe. But a song is more outward, you could say. But some songs are deep. It's not all. I mean, when you think of To Death I'm a Stranger, or Love is a Magician, well, you can't even keep your eyes open. So it depends on the songs. There are all types of songs. Some Swamiji, that one I sang, is a children's song. Some are more light, some are more deep. So a chant is going to take you typically deeper than a song. But there are songs that Swamiji sang with the tanpura that I have a love who's far away. I have a love who's far away, far away, far away. Wow. And the other one, Through Many Lives. God. Swamiji said, to get to know who I am, listen to my music. Wow, it's a deep statement. Listen to that music that he wrote, sing it, play it even better, and you get to meet Swami Kriyanandaji. Because his heart was in those songs, is in those songs. So I would say, if you're asking which one to do, I would do both, chant and sing.
Thank you.
Bara's in charge of our choir here in India, and he can certainly help you. And there are people who give online singing classes as well through Ananda.
Thank you so
Yep.
much, Janji. We have one time, but one quick question. Can I just listen to chants and music instead of singing them?
That's up to you. It's not as powerful. Listening is passive, isn't it? I'm just enjoying, and but once you get that instrument in your hands and you open your mouth and you start singing, you're participating with God. You're meeting God halfway, isn't it? It's a cooperation with grace, is what we say. But if you're just God help me, I just love the song, but I'm not going to do anything about it. It's like you can't get as far if you're passive, isn't it? You have to put out energy and stop the no saying principle. I can't. You can do it. And you heard Swamiji's story. He learned the guitar in a month and did a concert. Now that's amazing. So if you want to chant, you want to sing, try it. Get help and do it. I only shared it with you because it's changed my whole life completely. If I didn't sing Swamiji's music and master's chants and play these instruments that they recommended, I just wouldn't be the person that I am. I think I would be so dried out and depressed and moody and emotional and, heavy. Music just takes you out and just goes. God bless you all. Thank you, Natendra. Bye-bye.